All right, guys, I'm here with, really, I feel like you need no introduction, but in my mind, in the years that I've known you, legendary coach, founder of All-American Wrestling Club, Coach Rob Waller. He's been coming to our events, I don't know, at least 15 years. A lot of times you're bringing teams from multiple divisions. This weekend, specifically at the Crusade, 6th grade and under, you guys finished 3rd. Middle school, you guys won the championship. Your high school team's still finishing up. I just wanted to sit down. I know we talk a lot, but I just wanted to sit down and talk to you a little bit and just kind of hear about everything that's going on in life and your club and all that kind of good stuff. So, how's your teams doing this weekend?
Well, we were happy. Anytime you win, you're happy. We have things to work on when we get back tomorrow. I told some guys, hey, we're going to lace them up tomorrow. You got to work on that. But the high school teams wrestle well. You know, I take my guys. If I'm missing a weight, I'll get sometimes a wrestler or two, but they're my guys. If they're 0-10, they're 0-10. We're working on building guys. Well, actually, we're building people through wrestling. We make better citizens. So I want to win. I wanted to win a lot more when I was younger. Now I understand there's more value to this than just a W. But we did well this week, and some of our kids have really, I see them in the last 6 months, they're coming around, some of our high school kids. They're average athletes who are competing with really good guys. Maybe not winning, but getting a lot better, and that's what we look for.
Yeah.
Any coach.
So I think I talked about, again, I don't even know how long it's been. It might be 20 years, but 15 years, you know, we met when I used to coach / running some local tournaments. But I feel like a lot of people, they only know the Coach Waller that they see now. So, you know, born in West Virginia, raised in Virginia.
Yep.
Where'd you go to high school? Tell us a little bit about your high school career in wrestling, or how you got into wrestling. You know, just give us a little bit of that background.
Played 2 years of high school basketball, freshman and JV. Got tired of riding the bench. Started one game in 2 years, and the only game I started was a gift from the coach, because we had a guy get sick and didn't show up, and 2 guys fouled out. He had to put me in. I made a 3-point play to win the game. So he started me the last game of the year, and in 2 minutes he was going, "Sit down, Waller." I'd made 5 turnovers, so that I was where I belonged on the bench. But as a 17-year-old, I went out for wrestling. And it kind of came not easy to me. My coach never wrestled, but he would sit in front of the room with books and pictures. And we had a couple doctors, guys who became doctors on my team. He would let them demonstrate, so I knew a couple things. As a senior, I took 3rd in the state. I lost by 2 seconds riding time in the semis. The guy I beat for 3rd and 4th, captain the Naval Academy. Wasn't a good student. Didn't want to go to college, but through wrestling, you should try it. And I had offers, couldn't get in anywhere. So I found a junior college in New York, and they were happy to get me. And that guy never wrestled. He never showed a move in 2 years. But he conditioned us. He was a wild man. And I owe a lot to him.
What's his name?
Bob Jones. He's passed, but he was a great guy to me. He would loan me his car and gas card to go to tournaments. And you know, I couldn't ask for a better guy. But I had a lot of offers when I won the junior college nationals. For whatever the reason, I picked a small school in PA called California, PA, where I met my wife, so that was good. I knew I wasn't learning there. The coach didn't come much. Nice guy, I liked him, but he got another part-time job, and I still wasn't learning. And I wrestled against Slippery Rock, and I wrestled Stan Desert. I moved up 2 weights, and he beat me 11-2. But I got him tired. He had to work. And they said, Stan never gets tired, but you kept moving. But I saw something that those guys I needed, and that was a coach. So with 1 year left, I transferred to Slippery Rock, and it was the best wrestling move I ever made. I redshirted, wrestled the next year, was seeded 4th at the Nationals, and those years they didn't have full wrestlebacks. Yeah. I got behind 8-0, lost 10-9. I was always a slow goer, but once I got going, and then he got beaten in the semis and I was out. So I stayed there the next semester to graduate. Coach Powell let me help coach the team. I actually took the team to tournaments, and he let me. So I had the experience of that. And on December 28th, I started my first year of high school coaching. So this December 28th starts 50 years. And I still do it hard. I'm the bad guy in the room. I'm the tough guy that gets on guys. Sometimes they don't want to hear
You're still coaching a high school team?
Our guys every night.
Not the club?
No, I don't coach a high school.
Yeah, just the club. That's right.
But we have over 100 members. We have a big club now, and we have some good kids. So, you know, I'm there.
So you graduated Slippery Rock.
Slimy Pebble.
You got a degree, you got a teaching degree.
I taught
right?
for 26 years and coached, and did,
And what
did
school
pretty
was
well.
that?
Last school was Mount Pleasant, 17 years there. And we had a couple national ranked teams, good teams.
What made you think that, I mean, for years, and maybe it was different, we're from Delaware, but a lot of times it was school teams, you know, like school rec teams and your high school team, but what made you think to start a wrestling club?
Well, at Kane High School, my first job, we didn't have junior high. So we were getting kids in 9th grade. So we started junior wrestling, and I asked the guy to get a junior high team, the superintendent, and he wouldn't let me. So I stayed there a year and a half, and we had a great team that second year, and a good team returning 11 to 12 guys. But I got a AAA job that had junior high at Greensburg, Salem. So I moved down to where my wife was from, that area. So they were all happy. I never dreamed I'd get the job because I got it over a couple Penn State guys who had wrestled there. But I had entered the Olympic trials in '72.
So when did you start freestyle then? If, you know, somewhat limited career in regards to
I
coaching?
wrestled one tournament in the summer of my senior year after I graduated in Long Island, New York. And the only time I was ever pinned in high school or college, I got pinned in a freestyle tournament. I didn't know what touch fall was. I had no idea.
I feel like we won't count that.
No, we won't, but we do. But they saw me wrestle these junior colleges. And my teammates, too, that were doctors, became doctors, recommended me to their coach at Hofstra. Well, I couldn't get in at Hofstra, but he set me up at a junior college. And then I took fourth at the JC Nationals, then won them, then had all kinds of offers. I can't say it was a bad choice to go because I met my wife there. But I had offers to go to Michigan, Oklahoma. I just, it doesn't matter the reason I picked that. But I knew after 1 year I had to find a school. And I had professors that told me that watch wrestling, you should be a coach. I had the one that I flunked in accounting one. He gave me a C because he was leaving the university, the junior college, to go with IBM. So he's probably a rich guy today because that was a long, and he said, you should coach, Waller. And I never thought of it. And then, you know, he said, I'll watch you with your teammates, coaching them on the side and showing them. And I never thought about being he gave me a C and he didn't have to. And I was eligible, so that was good. And
what was the highlight of your wrestling career or your freestyle career post-college?
well, I lost the final day to Dan Gable in '72 and had no idea what I was doing. But I was pretty good on my feet on a simple double. And I won 3, tied 1, and I met him that morning and I was out. And then I worked for him at his camps and took some more beatings. But I just got around winners. And I've hired winners my whole life. I've had 21 Olympians at my camps, 5 gold medalists, 33 NCAA Division I champs that won 62 All-American awards. And I could go on. So I get my kids around winners. You know, winning begets winning. And so
how many kids do you have? I don't want to talk too long because I'm going to have you on a podcast at a later date. But how many kids do you
personally,
have?
my own kids.
Yeah.
My wife, we have 5.
Yeah.
We have Robbie,
How
and
many
he
of
has
them
4
wrestle?
sisters. Just Robbie. 4 girls. They used to whip his butt.
Robbie, the youngest?
Middle. But his older sister was an all-state gymnast. And I would take the coffee table out. Let's go. 1 takedown at her. And she was a stud. She would just whip him and he'd get mad. One more, Dad. Nope, you lose to a girl again. I would raise her hand. Oh, would get so mad. And that's before girls wrestled.
Did Robbie want to wrestle? Or did he always want to wrestle, or did he kind of push him along?
No, he was around it. I would take him to clinics. I've done clinics in 21 states, and I would take him with his toys. He would sit in the corner, and sometime I would watch him just zeroed in. And he was focused. And when I first 5 or 6 tournaments he ever wrestled, he won. I mean, as older guys back then, you know, I wrestled, don't matter, wrestle them older guys. And he finally got beat. And then this guy beat him in 2 more tournaments. And we kid. Then they didn't wrestle each other more. That guy quit wrestling. I kid him to this day. Once you got out that guy quit, you wouldn't be here today.
That's funny.
But Robbie was pretty tough from day one.
Well, we know eventually he went on to Oklahoma.
Yep.
And he became a national champion.
Yep.
He's back home now. I hate using the word business because sometimes I think people associate that with money. We don't mean it that way, but you truly are a family business or a family organization.
And we don't coach like it's
your daughter,
business.
your son-in-law, your son. You know, we
And
love
other
seeing your,
guys
like,
that we
your grandkids.
coach with us.
Yeah.
Other that I coached in high school, they come and help out. Or guys that were in the club for years.
But you got Robbie, that's one of your coaches. Your son-in-law Tim, that's a coach.
John Banco wrestled in 3 years, wrestled at Pitt, won the veteran worlds in freestyle, was bronze in Greco. And in the summer, I hired this summer Dakota Gear. Was in the club for 6 years. Jimmy Goulabon 8 years. No, 10 years. Those are all outstanding guys, all Americans that spent years in our club.
Yeah.
So I get our guys, and it works out pretty good.
We're going to kind of stop here because honestly, I think your life is fascinating. All the things that you've done. I'd love to. We're going to start a podcast. Actually, I'm going to have you on, but it's been a pleasure knowing you for as long as I have. Your support with our tournaments, but just as a person, coming back from, I think, and Justin was with us. Actually, I think we were coming back from Indianapolis one time. We stopped by your house and got to see the workout room. If nobody's ever seen it, they should probably come out there and train with you. Got a chance to meet and speak to your wife a few times. She's a great lady, but
she is.
You know, a lot of times it's hard for people to continue to coach for as long as you have, and I feel like you're never going to stop. But
probably until I physically can't do it. And I can do most things still, so I'm out there doing it, and I'm in the room. We have great guys, and they're nice guys, and they're nice to the kids. If there's a bad guy, it's me. I don't mind that role. I get on the guys to try the best out of them.
So for the record, though, are you the boss? Are you the head of the All-American Wrestling Club, or is it Diana?
Well, she would like to think she is. I would say it's a group now. I don't do as much. I count on them to get it done, the organization, because
you do the things you want to do, and she does everything else.
I only do the wrestling part really well. That's it.
Well, look, Coach, we appreciate our support. Congratulations on everything you've done.
We'll be back.
The results are showing.
Yep.
The one thing we didn't talk about probably a whole lot, I know we talked to Tim and some other guys, but almost every single guy that you have on your team trains with you all the time.
Yep, we take our guys. If they're 0-10 or 0-10, that's okay. Yeah. They're getting better. We know that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll see you at some of the individual tournaments we have coming up. We'll see you at Tyrant Duels. We'll see you at McDonough Duels.
Yep.
And we'll have a hospitality room waiting for you.
You know me, I can eat.
All right, brother.
Thanks,
Take
buddy.
care. Yep.
Take care.